it's like a test that I fail, so depressed when I can't seem to get out. But something deep inside won't let me quit. I swear that I'm inspired by all this shit. Tell me that I can't and I won't, that's what guides me the most. Fuck your lies, I'll do what I want. Inspired by thirst, I'm inspired by worth. I desire your worst, so you can just hide while I work. I ain't tired, you first. I'll write a second, third verse about the lies you go disperse. You never did shit, I know it hurts. Something deep inside won't let me quit. I swear that I'm inspired by all this shit. Tell me that I can't and I won't, that's what guides me the most. Fuck your lies, I'll do what I want.
This video is brought to you by the 9% and is powered by Petty Vision Productions. Now sit back and enjoy the show.
I wake up every minute with the fever dreams. I push the mind to a limit where it needs to be. I work like I got vision I don't need to see. I'm picking mind over matter, I believe in me. I need to find more hours in the day to breathe. Need to find more power in the way I be. And when my mind turns sour with the painful scenes, I need to scream out loud, I can't stop me. I wanna be the greatest like Rocky. You know I leave them all hating like a hobby. I'm out here making moves like a lobby. And if you ain't with me, it's your loss. See, I got my mind on the facts, I'm a python, grab what I like real fast. So until I have everything I attack, everything that I lack, everything that I want, and I see matter of fact.
Cause I'm my own worst enemy. Only if I let it be. I can control anything if I can just think carefully. I control my destiny. Deep up in my mind I manifest it. Every morning I wake up obsessed and everything I do the best. And deep within my mind you know I'll always manifest it.
What up, though? It's the word. You see the title, we're going to talk about it. But first, let me get into the chat. Unbiased LLC is in the building. What up, sis? James, what up, though? Silver Fox, appreciate you. Swoop, baby, swoop, swoop, daddy. What up, swoop? Antisocial is in the chat. Antisocial is on the panel. What's up, Don?
What's up, Nine? What's up, chat? What's up, Swoop? James? Who we got? Who else we got? Unbiased LLC. What's up?
Oh, yeah, swoop, baby, swoop, swoop, they do, swoop, they do. I love Swoop, man. Hey, happy belated, man. Yesterday was your birthday. Appreciate you so much, sis. I'm happy you took another lap around that sun. Many more to come. We're gonna do it big next year. We're gonna do it big. But definitely, happy solar rotation. Happy birthday, sis. And that day was special to me too, also, not just because anti-birthday, but that's the day me and my wife, that's the day my wife said, okay, I'll do it. I guess I'll marry you, you know. So yeah, that's the day she decided to marry me, and all the foolery that come with it. So very special day for me too. We went to a steakhouse, Black Rock, and just kicked it and just chilled, enjoyed each other's company. you know. So yeah, shout out to the wife. Love my baby back, baby back, baby back. But
Thank
tonight,
you, Swoop. Thank you. Thank you.
you want to tell us what you did for your b day?
Oh, well, I had a lot of planned events that we executed. Everything turned out well, and I'm here. Hey, Godspell.
Gospel is in the building. Hey, bro, that was a dope live you did earlier. Hey, man, and it kind of correlated with me, and I wanted to talk about this. And I know you can get some sauce off of this too. Y'all go check out Gospel. He did a live earlier, and he said some real stuff. He said, "Look, man, don't be sitting here waiting for nobody to come save you. Save yourself. Do the work. Put the work in. You know, you can pray, you can have faith, you can do all that, but you got to put the work in." Brother said that new car he got, it ain't come from praying to nobody. It came from him putting the work in. And at the end of the day, when we talk about manifestation, people just want to think about the visual part. It's three components to manifestation: is soul, mind, and body. You have to put the action in. You have to align yourself with the things you desire. You can think rich all day, but until you start doing the things that rich people do, you ain't rich. That's just how it is. So you got to put that work in. Shout out to Godspell. Appreciate that, bro. That was a dope conversation earlier. Tay eat y'all. Tay eat y'all. Hey, I appreciate
Hey,
that.
Eve. What's up, Nine?
What up, Nine?
Hey Nine, what's up? What's up, everybody in the chat?
It's good. We got you. We got the whole nine up here. The nine is complete. Shout out to the other nines in transit. Shout out to Santina. Shout out to Cat Daddy, man. Shout out to the nines, man. It's six of us. Y'all thought it was three, but don't get it twisted. We growing. We growing. But solution seeking, you know, because that's what we claim to do, right? That's what we do. And I just want people to understand, it's a difference, right? Solution seeking, that ain't easy, man. It ain't easy to seek out solutions for problems. And people think because you solve a problem that you found a solution, and that's not always true, because you can have two people can have the same problem, but guess what? They got different conditions. So what works for one might not work for another one. So when you want to be a solution seeker, you got to be a critical thinker. You got to be able to take your emotions out and look and analyze situation for the components that's in that situation. It's good to look at the path or see what worked for something else and use it as a template, but that ain't the solution to all the problems. And I just all too often, you know, just use myself for an example, right? I had a problem about a week ago. About a week ago. About a week ago. So I had a problem about a week ago. Hey, Anti got this stuck in my head. She got it stuck in my head. Liz B in the building. What up, though? 3-6 creates the 9. Yes, Godspell. Yes, sir. Hey, Godspell D. Y'all better be linked to Godspell. Hey, could somebody drop his link in the chat, please? I greatly appreciate that. I know you can't click on it, but on the replay you can. So if you can't click on it now, be sure to return to this video. And that way you can make sure you hit that like too. You know, I know I'm in vertical. You can hold the screen down. It'll pop up to make it easier. If you don't want to hit them 3 dots, you can do that and hit the like button. So there's multiple ways to do it. But if you get it done for your boy, I greatly appreciate it. Every like helps. Every like helps. But this is the thing, you know, everyone has opinions, right? And it's valuable because the more perspectives you get, the more ways you're just able to look at things. And me being in my situation, normally when people say stuff about me, I don't care. I really don't. There's been plenty of people that said stuff about me on here and I just ignored it. But this circumstance was a little different. And the reason why it was different because of the relationship I had with this person, right? And like I said, the circumstance, the situation was different. It was a lot of variables involved. Not only the relationship I had with the person, but the timing, right? The timing. I had just did a show explaining a philosophy, and just to be honest and transparent, showed it. I showed the, I was able to show the philosophy in real time, without creating a condition or a situation, letting it happen organically. And that's the best way to learn, is by things happening organically. I can sit up here and talk about a personality and then bring a personality to you to show you, or I can tell you about the personality and then reveal itself. And then you're able to see it in real time without any stimulants, So, like I said, it was the time. 755. What up, though? Appreciate you, sis. Appreciate you.
755.
So that was the thing, right? So I was able to do that. But like I said, you may go through something, and you may see someone else go through it, and unless you understand their perspective and what they have to gain or what they have to lose, it becomes asinine for you to tell them what to do when you don't have to live with the consequence or the repercussions of what they choose to do. So that's why you have to be careful when you trying to solve problems, when you seeking solutions, right? You have to be careful, especially when you don't have to live with the results. King Miller just did a show earlier and was talking about this parole board to let this guy off. And when the guy got off, 24 hours later, he went and deleted 11-year-old boy. The 11-year-old boy was trying to protect his mother. He stabbed the mother who was pregnant, right? And the little boy tried to help, and the little boy lost his life protecting his mother. But the point I'm making that parole board, they made a decision, and their decision had consequences. They let the man free. Right? How well they studied the case, I don't know none of that. All I know is it was a decision made and a consequence happened. Law of cause and effect. So when your decisions have consequences for other people's lives, you have to be careful. Everybody don't deserve that type of power, because everybody ain't responsible with that type of power. He's dead in the building. What up, though? Appreciate you.
Hey, East Dad.
Hey, East. Hey, seven. I ain't look at the chat, but hey, everybody. If I miss, I don't want y'all to think I wasn't trying to speak.
And that right there, Godspell. And you know what? That's what I see different in me than I see in a lot of people. I use the word try to communicate with people, to try, I meet people, where they at, but in life, I don't really try anything. I just find ways to get it done. If the first way don't work, then I find another way until I figure it out. It ain't for me. Some things I know that part right there was probably harder than trying. was figuring out, okay, look, this just ain't for me. That part was harder than me not trying to do something. Was stop trying to do it. That part was harder. But everyone built different, right? And that's the thing too. Like even in solution seeking, understanding what you good at and what you ain't, and what you ain't good at, don't try to be better than somebody else who's good at it. Just let them be them. Let them do them, and you do you. You be the best at what you do and let other people be the best at what they do. Everybody be trying to one up somebody. Like one thing is better. Like intelligence has so many levels to intelligence. We most common level of intelligence we think of is like book smarts, right? Information, but you have mechanical intelligence. People who real good at mechanics. You have social intelligence. People really good at socializing. That's an intelligence. Think about it. Most people can't even hold a conversation with a person. When you got someone who can go in any environment and hold conversation, that's an intelligent level. Emotional intelligence is another way they gauge intelligence. These have nothing to do with school. These are all things that we all have the opportunity to develop. Maturity breeds that ignorance out of you. Yes, yes, it do. These that maturity, man, that's a whole nother topic. I don't even think people know what maturity is because we keep look. This is what I'm saying, right? And this ain't no shot against nobody, right? I'm just saying, like y'all will always hear me say, "Them ain't men, them boys," right? Because just because someone is physically mature doesn't mean they mental or spiritually mature. And if they're not, to me, I don't count that as a man. You just don't get that title because it's there, not with me. If you're not taking care of your responsibilities, how can I call you a man? If you ain't protecting and providing, how can I call you a man? And to do that on a high level, you have to be mature because it's gonna be things like as a boy. Now think about this: as a boy, we wanted everything, and we felt like everything was ours. As a man, you understand you have to give more than you receive, and you okay with that because we are providers, we are protectors. We gonna always give more than what we receive. And
Okay, what them real men at?
Nine Lives, what up, though? Oh, they out there, but you know what? They just don't deal with. Look, they don't like. Look, I be honest with you. Like me as a man, as soon as I hear a female like start saying anything negative about a man, I already see where her mind at. Ain't no talking because now I got to prove to you I'm not that. And that if I got time, we can do it. But if I don't, then I got to keep it moving. That's how I always move. I learned that at a young age. I was messing with older women when I was 16. So it was like that maturity level. Um, like the women helped mature me. Like I'm 16 dealing with a 36-year-old. You mature real quick, So is certain things I was always accustomed to. So after dating two older chicks like that, trying to date a younger chick, it didn't work. It just didn't. I had to be allowed to be me. And that's what them older chicks did. They wanted you to be a man. So it was just responsibility. Like the chick, she said, "Oh, we dating. I ain't putting no gas in my car. That's your job." I'm like, cool. I get to drive the Jag, put gas in it. I was cool with that. And then it made sense. Like, was she grooming me? Yeah, probably. But was it bad? No, not for me. Because the right person will appreciate that. The wrong person ain't. That's anything in life. A lot of times we be doing all the right things for the wrong people. And then we adjust because we just did the wrong thing. I mean, we just did the right things for the wrong people. Keep doing the right thing and just find the right people. Don't adjust who you are. That was one of the biggest mistakes I ever made in my life. And it don't feel right when you do it, right? When you do something that's out of your nature, it don't feel right. It might be the most popular thing to do. It might get approval by everybody, but you don't feel right inside because that's not you. And when I felt that, it's like, you know what? I'm straight. I don't like that feeling. The feeling on the outside, I can ignore all of what everybody's. I don't care about that. But what on the inside, you can't ignore that. You cannot ignore what's going on the inside. The outside, you can drown it out. You can escape it. You can leave the environment, stop being around the people. But the inside, you can't get away from yourself. You can drown it out for a minute, but it's go. You go hear it, you go see it. It come in your dream. That's the Freddy Krueger. The realest one is in the building. What up? Appreciate you, bro. Hey, man, that was a crazy story earlier.
Hey, Nine Lives. What's up? Nice to meet you.
Hey, Nine Lives, did you ever do your birthday? You ever do your life path number? I think Nine Lives was a 9 too. Nine Lives make video games. Nine. She gonna make a blind friendly game for me.
Huh?
Nine Lives make video game.
I would love to play that.
As their man Nine Lives. I swear to time, people are really miserable. However, those who believe and do good deeds come together to teach truth and show patience. Yeah, I get paid. Dee, what up, though? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and that's fact. I can agree with that. More people miserable, and this is the thing too. People are so miserable. They like to. What relieves them of a little misery is seeing someone more miserable than them. Them going to point their finger or going to laugh at someone more miserable than them. But then they realize once they turn off the computer, you still in your misery. You know, you still in your misery. Man, that's why I be telling people, man, it's not good to hold on to anything. No grudges, no look, anything that happened a minute ago is considered the past. Anything that happened 5 seconds ago, it happened. The only thing you can do is learn from it and move forward. I promise you, once you adapt that mentality, a lot of things, it won't matter no more. You won't be stuck in that depression from the past. Whatever happened, it happened. Hey, it's not happening right now. The reason you feeling the emotion is because you keep going backwards. You can't go forward if you're going backwards. Just that you can't do it. Even if you lean forward and walk backwards, your body's still moving backwards. Whatever happened in the past, it happened. No matter how painful, no matter how dreadful, it happened. You got through it. You here. You're in the present right now. You learn from it so it won't happen again. So you can prevent others from going through. That's where you get the power back. That's where you get the power from. It's from learning from it. It took something from you. Now you got to take something back. You got to adopt that mentality. There will be no more depression of the past. That's why I tell you, I don't live with regrets. I don't. I want to do something. If it's a choice and I can't decide, the final decision is, am I going to regret it or not? And if I'm going to regret not trying it, then I'm going to just try it. I'm going to just try it. And I live with the consequences. But that feeling, I don't like the way that regret feels. So I don't do regret. But that's not for everyone, right? So my way ain't going to be Tay way. My way ain't going to be anti way. And just because it works for me, I can't force it upon them. I can only suggest and offer it. Where people go wrong is judging other people. Oh, because I did it in their work. Now they're in a situation. I don't understand their circumstances. They circumstances may be different. My situation could have been, I could have been in a bad situation, but had better chances to overcome it than one of them in the same situation. Maybe they don't have the resources. Maybe they don't have the outlets that maybe I have something they don't, so you can't judge people. It don't benefit. I promise you it don't. That's why in the Bible it say, those without sin cast the first stone. Everybody got sin somewhere. Everybody done did something, man. So instead of judging it, if it ain't for you, it ain't for you. But what is judging it go do? Can you hold someone accountable? Like, can you really hold somebody accountable? You can do your best to make someone look bad, but guess what you're actively doing? You're doing something to make someone else look bad. So what does that say about you? So what are you going to really do to hold somebody accountable? Why do you even want to hold people accountable? I don't even see the purpose. Like if they my kids or if I have something, okay, that's different. But even then, I got some type of authority. I got some type of influence. I'm not wasting my time. I ain't about to like if you me as a YouTuber, right? I can go hold somebody accountable, right? On YouTube, somebody making videos irresponsibly, I can go hold them accountable. What am I gonna say to them to make them stop doing it? Half of the people want that attention. Like having people come on here say crazy as shit so somebody can talk about them so they can get that. Like, man, look, I'm straight. We gonna stick to the content. We will stick to the content. We'll hold our tribe accountable. We'll do that. I hold myself accountable. Let's do that. I hold myself accountable and y'all hold me accountable. I'm cool with it. I don't mind accountability. That's like my third name. So yeah, we can do that. But all the other stuff, man, that's a waste of time. It's so many distractions. I'm just talking now. I'm just talking. But
I'm feeling what you're saying, though. You're right. It's nothing but distractions. You know what I like to say? I'm sticking to the content. Now, if you send for me now, I may show up depending on how I'm feeling, but I'm just focused on the content.
right, and but see this world, right? Where we at now? People want to judge people from their past, but don't we all learn from experience? Like these are questions. Like this is why I don't have conversations with a lot of people. I can't talk to a lot of people because shit don't make sense. Like you talking about somebody past. My first question is, are they doing it now? No. So that mean they learned from it, right? They doing something different. They ain't doing what they did back then. Even if it was a week ago, right? If you showing progression, is that not change?
Right.
Like let people be, man. Let people go into and why so people I don't understand why people so fixated. Like how fucked up the world is and how things going. Like why everybody so fixated on somebody else?
Right.
I don't care what nobody as long as you ain't bothering me, I don't really care. You can be on here doing some whatever you want to do. I ain't Superman. I ain't here to save everybody. I'm here to get this information. Whoever can utilize it, use it, become a better version of themselves. Because I'm elevating. That I'm gonna do it regardless, right? So I'm just here to share. That's why I said I have no intention on. I'm straight. I'm here to share this information, and I'm gone. We building. We doing something. All that other stuff, man. I'm straight.
Or the infamous you changed. Like, aren't we all supposed to change at some point? Like, I don't like when people say that. Oh, you changed. I'm supposed to change. I'm supposed to course correct. I'm supposed to be different. I'm not, like you just said, I'm not supposed to be the same person I was even a week ago, because there are mistakes that I made last week that I need to change the week coming up. You know, don't hold me to no high standard. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all human. Don't hold me to no high. I'm gonna mess up a lot, probably from now until I leave. So if you looking for this perfect person and anti, you ain't gonna get it. If you want to laugh and have fun and learn a little bit, I got you, but I'm not perfect. So if I change next week, if I change my content, if I change my name, if I change anything about myself, we can do that. I don't know why people just be so, like you say, fixated on what other people doing.
Hey, guys, well, I was here. You were saying that you were live. I didn't know. I didn't know they was a little fired up. I can see why. I can see why. That day is that's a very significant day. Commanders in the building. What up, General of the Chat Minister of Defense
Man,
for the Nine? What up, Nine?
what's up? What's up?
Most people are afraid of change, and those who claim they have actually haven't have gone. opposite direction of their goals. And see, I got it. You 19 for real? You 19 for real? That's what's up. I don't know why I felt like you said that. I don't know why. I just felt like you said that. I don't know. Maybe you gave did you give me your birthday or something? I don't know. 19 just I don't know. I felt strong. That felt real strong. That's why I typed it. But yeah. And like Gary, if Gary was here, what Gary would say, change can go in any direction. You know, you can change for the good or you can change for the bad, but it's still change. What you want to look to is to improve. You know, that's what Gary would say. And I agree. I agree. I say it a little different. I say evolve. I just use the term evolve. You know, I evolve. Every day I try to evolve into something new. You know, I try to, well, I don't like these concepts. I truly don't like people say things because they hear other people say it. But do you understand the context the other person was saying it in before you thought it was a cool saying? You switched up. Well, if you you want better, you got to do better. To do better, you got to. That's an action that has change involved. You know, I mean,
Somebody
so
said you switched up.
no, we was just talking in general. Yeah, I mean,
Oh.
it was a troll. It was a troll. That was a while back, but I'm just saying in general. Like when we say things, we have to, you know, we have to be more careful of how we identify things because like this is the problem though. You know, we put so many different things in boxes. You get some instead of looking at things at his own individual case. Like, you know, we always use Tay for an example. If you come in here and you catch Tay on the panel with me and we just kicking it, you be like, she a cool person. But if you come in here and somebody getting slick with her and she going off on them, you could be like, oh, she, you know, she angry. Like, why is it angry or mad? You know, why is it when you see people action, the first thing you do is look at what is happening and what they do and judge it from there. That just shows how lazy and how ignorant people is to me. I'm just being honest. This is how I feel. When I see people do that, it shows me their ignorance, how ignorant they are, because you don't even look at the stimulant, like what caused this to even say, you know, before you pass judgment on this person. What caused it? Why don't nobody never go to the beginning? Why is that rare?
I got a question.
Uh-huh.
Do you think that people pass judgment on others to make themselves feel good or look good?
Yeah,
Yes, yes,
I,
yes.
they do that, and sometimes they even take the light off of them. If you're looking at that, then you ain't looking at what they doing. So there's a couple reasons you got to be careful. Like people that's really judgmental are usually ones hiding the most fucked up things about. I ain't playing. Really, the people that's like calling the people out the most. You ain't never noticed that they be having the most skeletons in their closet. The ones
Mm,
pointing the finger the most,
right.
and that's why. I mean, that's one reason why.
I don't know. I chose to see the beauty in everything and everybody. And I think that's why I'm not as judgmental as most people are, because when you choose to understand that a person's mistake is not who they are, or like you said, if you come in one day and Tay's having a good day and then the next day she tearing somebody ass apart because they deserved it, why would I judge her on the negative but not the positive? Like, people just want to see the negative and say, "Oh, this person is a bad person. Let me leave. Let me get." It's just
And see,
me. I want to see the ugly, like word, like you said. I want to see the ugly part of you because now I seen the good, I seen the ugly, and I know. Okay, boom. Even me getting to know Tay, I saw the same thing everybody else see. But why I didn't judge her the way other people judged her?
it's,
Why
it,
You know, why did I see what I saw in Tay, and then I fell in love with that person? You know,
I ain't talking to Commander. Commander Double. I'm sorry. Now I'm trolling. Let me put myself on timeout. But you know, but, but you know what? The same thing. You know, the first time I met Tay, she was going off on somebody, and I'm listening to what everybody's saying. And you know how you want me to be tell the honest to God truth how I looked at that. And maybe this is because I've been like practicing martial arts my whole life or something. But I'm like, that's her fighting style. I'm literally looking at it like, okay, that's her fighting style. I'm not looking at it like, oh shit, angry black woman or nothing like that. I'm looking like, no, for somebody, I've seen and heard everything. So I'm like, that's how she fight back. You can't slap somebody and get mad when they done all duke at you. They done threw a fireball or something at you. They done snatched your soul out for slapping them. You can't get mad at somebody for that. How you gonna tell somebody how to fight, how to defend themselves?
right.
But that ain't what people looking at. They just looking at what she was saying, what she was doing. Like she wasn't doing nothing, but what she was saying, and it's like, well, why did she say that? Why did
Mm,
she go there? Let's go back to the beginning. Because why ain't nobody say why did you go there? Why did you say that about a woman? Why
mm,
why why is it okay? Why is it not okay for her to react the way she did, but it's okay for somebody to say something to make her react? That's how
mm,
I look at stuff when you solve problems, right? Because if you don't solve the problem, if you just pass judgment, guess what? It's gonna happen again and again and again. Problem is not solved. That's why it keeps happening.
mm,
So let's see what happened to cause all this, and then that way we can prevent it from happening next time, or at least have a strategy to make sure it don't go, left or right, or we stay on course. So we
right.
have to look at what happened at the beginning, but that takes critical thinking. People ain't trying to do that. They just want to punish the outcome and be done with it,
Mm,
and wonder why it keep happening because you didn't solve the problem. That's the difference.
right.
Latoya, what up, though?
Hey, Latoya. And here at the nine, you have the right to defend yourself at any time. That's a part of the rule book.
That's the law. I mean,
Right.
anything. But this is what I'm saying in life, and I'm gonna just be honest with y'all. I am a very peaceful person. I am. I avoid conflict at any opportunity that I get. But I will tell you this: I will not hesitate to defend me and mine, and I will do it
Mhm.
with extreme malice and extreme aggression. I will try to take. I will take livers out. Yeah, we'll be. Yeah, we'll be playing. Y'all remember that game Operation? Yeah, we'll be playing that. If I got to defend mine. But what I'm saying is, anytime you can avoid a conflict, avoid it because it's a distraction. But when you got a conflict, you run right through that mother. You don't play with it.
Mhm.
You don't play because man, that's why no, you don't play with it. You end it as quick as possible. Less casualties involved when you do so. That's just from observing, from studying, from reading. The quicker wars end, the less casualty it were, and that's just life. When you're in a battle, the quicker you end it, the less anything can happen.
Mhm. Oh. Hey, Latoya. Sorry I didn't speak. And I'm speaking on behalf of Tay too. Hey, y'all. No, this is Tay. Hey, y'all.
Hey, I'm sorry,
So,
Latoya and anybody else that
so,
spoke.
so 9 lives. I'm confused now. So, you're a guy that play as a woman on the game. I don't really care what you do in life, but I'm confused from the conversation. So you a dude, right? Because I ain't gonna lie, from the thing I thought you was a female until the last comments up there. Oh yeah, man. P. No, I'm a girl. Okay, okay. Okay, I just wanted.
You was gonna have some follow-up questions if
Oh no, I ain't got no follow up question. Hey, now look, look, man, I don't judge people. Long as people cool and like we don't force beliefs over here. If you want to believe in Yahweh, Jehovah, any of that, but just don't take offense when I talk about things from an academic standpoint because I don't talk about these subjects from a belief. I talk about it from facts. So don't be upset, if I speak from an academic standpoint. Now, I'm not saying you should believe anything I say. Anything I say, I always give you tangible things so you can look at it for yourself. But I don't care who you believe in, how you live your life. As long as you ain't a messed up person, you ain't trying to hurt other people. You ain't trying to tear people down. If you like to be around, get the information, that's fine. Now, if you want to rock out with the nine, you got to be active solution seekers. You got to be one of the people who about that life, who like to critically think, because that's the key. People get lazy and put things in boxes and like to recall it like that and call that intelligent. I don't think that's intelligent because anything can corrupt a box. You can give people wrong information easy. Information is constantly evolving. We constantly learn it, especially when it comes to the past. We starting to learn more and more and more and more about the past, let alone the future. But I stay in the present. Let's talk about what's happening right now. That's what I like to do. That's why I like to talk about personality and behavior. So we gonna talk about controlling behavior tomorrow. What y'all think about that? Like it's people like when we talk about narcissists, when we talk about Machiavellianism, even psychopaths, they like to control other people. They like to bend other people to their will. So we're gonna talk about that's actually, classified as a trait of one of all three, really, but as a clinical diagnosis. Like they, this shit crazy, man. Oh man, it's crazy. Like think about like psychology is a study, right? It's something that we all can benefit from. Just understanding even basic levels because it's the study of human behavior. But people have studied humans and determined that this type of behavior, this is some sick shit. Like this is you fucked up. They classified that as that, right? With these personalities and controlling other people is one of the traits. So, we talked about manipulation, but we will talk about the behavior behind manipulation. Why do people need this? Why do people want this? So that's gonna be cool. Y'all get quiet on me.
Nah, I was just about to say I'm gonna drop down for a little bit. My phone overheating, and then I'm gonna hop back up. You heard me,
All
word?
right. Yeah, I heard you.
Hey, D Shep.
D Shep is at 8 p.m., bro, my time. So what is that? 7 p.m. y'all time?
It should be 7 p.m. Central Standard.
Yeah, it's 7 p.m. y'all time, 8 p.m. my time. Hey, y'all, tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I don't know the other time, but we will be on BDB gaming channel. I shared it on my community wall. Go vote. It's gonna be me and D Shep representing the man of the nine, and Tay and Anti representing the female. We playing Family Feud. BDB invited us to his home. Prez the investor. What up, though?
Hey,
Prez is in the
Perez.
building. Hey man. Hey
Perez.
bro. I'm learning, man. I'm gonna learn it. It's gonna take a minute, but hey, bro, the way you breaking that day, you make that jump look fun, bro. Uh, you make it look fun. Like, hold on, man, I can do that. I just gotta. It's a lot to learn, but Prayers on the job. He a good teacher. Y'all go check Prayers out. He over there doing this thing. Go show him some love. He breaking down the stock market for us. He day trading. He's an investor. Hey, he doing it, man, and he trying to teach us how to do it. So definitely go show him some love because he ain't got to do it, but he doing it. So those are the people we need to support. The people bringing us
Right.
things that you have to go to school for. You gotta take classes. You really gotta study. People bringing the information to us. So we need to support these people. These type of people. Like I said, you can say they're doing God's work because we ain't paying them. He ain't getting paid off YouTube yet. Let's get that man monetized so he can get some type of compensation from his good deeds. I'm pretty sure he got a Cash App, so go support that, man. Acorns earned me $5 in 4 months. That's why you need to go get with Perez. Go get with Perez. Make sure you link up with Perez. Could somebody drop Perez link? When I say play video game. Hey, dudes like gamer chicks, man. Hey, that was the thing. Hey, I don't blame you, bro. I don't blame you. Hey, but that's the thing, not a lot. Hey, that could be your thing, man. I mean, use everything you got at your disposal. Just use it wisely. Never abuse it. Just use it. If you got looks, use it. Just don't abuse it, because whatever you abuse will abuse you. It's energy, it's karma. It's what you're putting out is what you get back. But if you got something that's meant for you to use, just don't abuse it. Don't take advantage of yourself. Don't sell yourself. But use that. It's marketability. Market yourself with it. The cup they got scared by. And, I gotta see that. It's 9 lives. Yeah, but to solve a problem, you have to critically think, and you have to look at every problem as its own individual problem. Even if they have similar circumstances or if it's a similar situation, you still have to attack it as its own individual problem. And that's tedious. That take work. You got to enjoy it. It got to be a part of you almost. That's why people get caught up in boxes, and they get boxes created for them a lot of times. People don't even know why they look at things the way they do, why they judge things good or bad. Their moral compass. Most people on this app, man, I be man. Look, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'd be shocked to hear some of the things people say. I ain't got no morals. Morals and values, they don't do nothing. And I'm like, for real? That's how you feel? Like, that's just how you. I don't know. Like, that's how people feel now. Like, morals and values are a waste of time, and it's like that's what built character. Like, you want to be seen as something, but then you want to be respected. But what am I to respect about you? You have no character. You have no morals and values. You want me to look at your deeds and not look at them? What scale am I using? what I mean, how do I, like, I don't know. To solve a problem, you have to have a problem. You do. You can't solve nothing that you don't have. They make the problem itself. They make it confused and leave it alone to solve itself. Yeah, that's what people do. Hey, when you said that, I just pictured somebody in my past. Like, that's exactly what they do. You ever see somebody, nothing to be wrong, you'll be having a good time, and then think of something like, oh, what if this happened? Like, what? And then they get all nervous like it's going to happen. Like, you just made that up in your head, right? Like, there's no indications that this is even possible, but you just made this up in your head, and now you stressed out about it. Like, where did this no like what's going on? Like, let's come back to the now. Let's come back to the now. Like, let's come back. Let's be in the now. Hey, that's a thing. That's really a thing. Shout out to In Transit. Because Sis said it, in one of her live. She was talking about, I can't remember exactly what she was talking about, but she was talking about the way to solve it is to be in the now. And that's how you solve depression or anxiety, is to come back into the now. Look at the things you have now. No matter what you went through in the past, take 3 deep breaths and look around you. You're not there. You're here. Whatever that was, you made it through. And now you're here. You can't let that affect you now. Because what you do now is go determine what your future look like. The things you do right now determines what your future looks like. So if you're in the past and you live in all that past trauma, emotion, anger, pain, all that right now, that's what you go create for the future. A past problem is not only a present, but it's a future problem. That's what you made it. This is what I was doing to myself. This is what I had to heal from. That's the only reason I can tell you. Look at it for yourself. I learned to expect. You also have tons of fun facts. Yeah, I definitely gotta. I'm gonna get you on a panel one day. You know what? I had an anxiety attack one day. I had to go into the hospital, and I got ADHD. Yeah, they try to put you on medications, man. I think my ADHD is a superpower. I get so much stuff done having ADHD that I probably wouldn't get done if I didn't. I ain't lying to you. I'm telling the honest to God truth. Everything is about how you use it. Some things that work against other people work for other people. What some people endure as a handicap, other people endure as a blessing. I mean, that's just how life is. What makes them different? I seen a man doing flips on a skateboard ramp in a wheelchair, and I'm like, what makes him different from anybody else in a wheelchair? That he trying it. I'm pretty sure he done got messed up a couple times, but he's still doing it. That's what make him different, because he did it. That's just what it is. PIA, what up, though, sis? PIA is in the building. But that's what makes people different in life. Some people just do it, and some people don't. Some people get held back. Some people, it propels them. A tough pill to swallow. Just knowing everyone ain't gonna make it. When you want to help everyone, knowing that some people won't make it is a tough pill to swallow. But again, you have to focus on the ones that can make it. I mean, we all born, right? We all came through our mother's womb. Do we feel bad for the sperm cells that didn't make it? Should we? Should we? I'm asking an honest question. Should we feel bad for those sperm cells? The potential those sperm cells could have had if they made it and we didn't. Should we feel bad for that? That's a natural part of life, is the point I'm making. Like, I had to really take that in, because you want to help everybody, but then you realize, like, when a lion is hunting, it's a herd of gazelles, and they catch one. Sometimes they might go back and help, but most of the time they don't. They go and survive. That's life. It's just a natural circle. That's how things work. Everyone ain't gonna make it. But if you can, you need to help the people who can. I mean, that's just what it is. And it's not you intentionally leaving people behind, but you focusing on elevating with the people who can rise. And I don't know if I can make that not sound messed up, but that's life. I mean, you can accept it or not. You can accept it or not. I mean, I don't know. Am I wrong for that, Tay? Oh, we got a sleeper. We got a sleeper. Well, you feel me, Chuck? That's just a natural way. So, and even saying that, right? I still feel like you bring as many people as you possibly can. You help, you reach out, you still do your job, but you can't feel bad for those you can't reach, and you can't hold up the ones you can by waiting for the ones you can't, because that's what happens when you try to help the people who can't be helped. The ones who can be standing stagnant. They sitting there waiting for you to help them because they're ready. But you too busy focusing on ones that don't even want it. I had to learn from that. I had to learn from that. Yeah. You do your own thing, your own way. Right. And you align yourself with the people who doing similar things. Because like if it's people, right? And this is I guess you can call it all perception. It's people who dream, and then it's people who strategize. It's a difference between a dreamer and someone who strategizes. A dreamer is only dreaming, they sleep. Strategist is woke and alert and aware. A dreamer, a dream and try to go accomplish it, find some adversity and probably quit. And I ain't gonna say always quit, but a lot of times when it's only a dream, people get discouraged quicker. But when a person has a strategy, they usually have a plan A, B, C, D, E, F, G. They're ready to attack. They done thought it out. They looked at what can go right, what can go wrong. And when they attack, they attack. Difference between a dreamer and a strategist. You can keep dreaming all you want, or you can wake up and get ready for it. It's all strategizing is you preparing for the success you desire. Build yourself up to achieve it, to receive it. That's just what you got to do. If it's education, if it's experience, whatever it is, go get it. Just go. Just do it. Like Godspell said earlier, just do it. Dee Dee. I don't know if I say what up to Dee. Appreciate you, son. Yeah. Yeah, you can help. You can help. I feel like, if you'd be surprised if you focus on the people you can help. How many people? I think you can help more people than you can. I think there's more people looking for help than the people who really not. But the people who are not looking for help, the things you usually don't want is more profound. Usually, they usually is usually seen in a different light than the things you do want. We notice all the bad in the world before we notice any of the good. That's just how it is. The negative things are more profound. We notice it a lot quicker because we don't want to see it. So that's what we usually see is the things we don't want to see. And the things we do want to see be right in front of us. The right people be right in front of us doing the right thing, and then people get confused too. I mean, so that's a lot of variables too involved. Like I said, it's just circumstance and situation. circumstance and situation. Look at all the variables. Analyze everything. Go back to the beginning, especially if you walked in on the end. That's how you seek solutions. You try when you see a problem, you're not just trying to solve whatever happened has happened, it's done and over with. The goal should be how to prevent it from happening again. When you're trying to fix something, when you're trying to solve a problem, you don't look at the end result. You go back to the stimulant. How did it occur? How do we prevent that from happening again? Right? That's how you solve a problem. But people don't do that. They just look, well, if a person do this. Well, why would a person do that? Let's get to that. Why would somebody even do that? We just ready to judge and executioner. This is bad. That is bad. Well, why is it bad? Why did this person do that in the first place? If it's so bad, let's see why we got here. So we don't want this bad thing to keep happening. That's the solution. A problem is just the end result. So you want to solve problems, and you're looking at what the end result was. The end result was undesirable. We don't want it. Punish it, and that'll prevent other people from doing it. No, it won't. Never have, never will. You got to analyze the situation. That's why, like with me, I don't jump to a conclusion. Even like when somebody tell me a story, that's their side of the story. When I tell somebody a story, guess what? I can only tell you my side. I can't tell you what the other person was thinking or feeling as we both was going through this situation. I can just tell you my perspective. That's it. So even if I tell you something, if something happened between me and anybody, if something happened between me and Shep, right? I can only tell you my perspective. So if you will judge the situation just on my perspective, then that's you. That's you. That's you. You have to look at the whole situation and see what the stimulant was. Just look at the whole situation and see what the stimulant was. Because usually what you think is bad, it was bad for a reason because something bad probably happened. So something even worse happened. Like if you see a word going off on somebody, go see what the hell they even said to the word, right? If you see me snapping, going in, like this MF, that MF, go see what the person has said to me first before y'all say I'm this or that, please. Because hey, we all human, right? We all human. I told you I can only be what I'm allowed to be. And I never said I was positive. I never said I was negative. I'm what I have to be. To be the best version of myself, I have to be adaptable. I have to change. I know these things. So I'm not going to sit up here and lie to you and say, I'm like this because I'm going to change. I'm going to adapt. That's what I do. I always said that, never lied. You know what? I am like, this is my personality, right? I don't really care for people to know me. It don't make a point because I'm weird, right? And people will be like, I don't understand why he do that on this. So I don't even try to explain myself no more. I'm just me. This is why I do stuff. I can tell you if you don't understand it, that's your fault. That's how I feel. But I'm gonna be honest with you. Doing this YouTube thing, it is so liberating. just being like, I'm not gonna say transparent because I'm transparent, but it's like I just feel like I don't even have to say anything just because I already said it. And not only do I say it, I do it. I do it. So only thing you gotta do if you've been on here, just look at my videos. Come talk to me. And I always say, look, man, I don't mind critics. I don't mind. Just be respectful. That's it. We all adults. I'm mature. I hope people who come here either in the process of maturing, because that's an ongoing process. You know, you go constantly have to mature with each age. But anyway, um, that we can talk. We can have a conversation. You know, if you having a conversation with me, if your intention is to exchange dialogue with me, there's no point in insulting me, because once you insult me, a natural reflex or natural state will go into defense, right? If I'm being attacked, defense. So by you even like coming in here trying to insult, I don't take people like that serious. I don't take it because it's like you're not even trying to talk. You just come in here insulting people. So when I see that, not just in my chat, just in any chat, when people come in there and start insulting people, it's like you're clearly not trying to have a conversation. So why waste my time? And that's just how I look at it. You allow it. Yeah. I don't jump to a conclusion. I mean, yeah, or you know what? And sometimes, like I say this, like it'll be instances like this, and this is what I'm saying. Like even saying jump to a conclusion, right? It's been situations like this. People had more information than me, and when they told me their results, I'm listening to their results, and I'm not gonna jump to conclusions that they don't know what they're talking about another. You know, does that make sense? This is how my brain works. It's like I really listen to people. Like when people talk, because it can be something that I don't see in someone, but somebody been watching them a lot longer than me, had more experience, had more interaction, seen more things than I have. So I just listen. I mean, you listen to learn. You know, just listen. You don't have to accept it as 100% fact, but now you're aware. Now you got more information. You know, so when people tell me stuff, I look at it like, okay, that's information. That's what it is. Everything is information. Is what you do with it. You know, so yeah, it's yeah, my brain be working crazy. I be trying not to think sometimes. You said Tay staring is creeping you out. Yeah, lack of information. Oh no, I'm saying no. I'm saying you're right. No, I was just adding some a whole nother zing to it. But that's how you know people see stuff, right? And instead of take the information and they judge it, right? And like you can see an incident, right? We all on YouTube. We see so many different things, right? And you will see an incident happen. You'll hear somebody telling a compelling narrative, and it sounds good, right? It sounds believable. But then you go watch the other person, and you're like, oh, you know, they sound good too. They sound believable. And then you start comparing and contrasting the stories and say what makes sense and what not. I mean, I don't know. That's what I used to do. I don't even do that no more. That's nerve wracking. But even in a lie is some truth. So even if somebody lying on somebody, there's some truth in there somewhere. Now, what is the truth? Is it good for them or bad for them? Is it good for the other person or bad for the other person? But the fact remains is there's truth in it somewhere. Let somebody just doing some fairy tale shit and some over the rainbow. I'm always behind. You know why I'm always behind on the chat? I'm gonna tell you this shit. Why I'm always behind on the chat.
But I cannot see. I'm legally blind. That's my story. I'm sticking to.
That's why I'm always behind in the chat. You want somebody to read? Get somebody up here to read. Yeah. And see that's why we'll talk about different personality. Hey, have y'all ever heard of a like y'all heard of the alpha male? Y'all heard of the beta male? Have you ever heard of a sigma male? Have y'all ever heard of that? I think I said it a couple times on the show. I want to introduce y'all to this personality. 'Cause I think it's dope. You think it's because of the long-windedness? Nate the Great in the building. What up, though? Appreciate you, Nate. The Natrix has entered the building. I call BS. I think it's because of long-windedness. You think I'm long-winded? I don't think I'm long-winded. I don't think I'm long-winded. Uh-oh. Commander, where you at? Peanut butter petty time. Peanut butter petty time. Petty time. Petty time. Peanut butter petty time. Y'all know what time it is. Shout out to Commander. We got to get a peanut butter petty time going on. Heard of a signal. Just never to find out. Yeah, Bishop, you don't never want to find out about nothing. Yeah, I'm gonna introduce you to that personality type because I feel there's some sigmas in here. Men and women. I can feel the sigma. That's probably the most. I never align with anything else, and I just learned about this like 3 years ago. 2 years ago. Right, I know it was right before I got on because my sister. It was right before she graduated because she was we had went to her. I forgot what it was called, but like her final presentation she had to do in front of her instructors. And afterwards, they gave her the blessing and she passed or whatever, became a doctor. Her final defense. It sounded like a fight movie or something. But yeah, one of her friends was like, one of her psychology friends was like, "Oh, you're a Sigma." I'm like, "What?" And he was like, "Oh yeah, you're a Sigma male. I can tell." And I'm like, "What that mean?" And then I started looking it up, like, oh, because I was looking in the psychology book, like, ain't no Sigma male here. But no, I had to Google it. And I was like, oh, okay, I can understand. I had a lot of those personality traits. But yeah, Sigma male, yeah, they dope. Home team activate 755. Tell them to stop playing. I'm gonna get a home team song too. I'm gonna step it up. We got a lot though. We are working on a lot. But I'm gonna step it up. I gotta get that peanut butter petty song. I gotta get a home team song. We'll get the production back soon.
Hey, we got a saying in the D. It's called "What Up, Doe." You know what I'm saying? In Atlanta, they say what's happening. In H-Town, they say what it do. I wanna welcome y'all to Detroit when we say "What Up, Doe." That's right. So when you hear this song, I want you to say, "Hey, what up? Hey, what up, Doe? 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 Hey, what up, Doe?
I like the little dancing fire figure. I don't know if y'all seen that at the end. That was one of my favorites, man. That was one of my favorites to make. I'm about to get back in the lab, but yeah, we working on some things. I got to get with the sisters. Got to get with Cat Daddy. We got a couple shows, and then I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play for a while. So yeah, we got some new stuff coming out. But He's worn up all day, every day, man. Hey, I had some, man. I ain't even gonna tell you. I give you two names. You go on East Warren right now, anywhere between Moros and Moros and Dickerson, and you say these names, they be, oh yeah, that boy was wild. I had so much fun, man. Uh, yeah, some memories, man. Memories. That's crazy, man. That's like 20 plus years. You start getting older. I see them, man. That's crazy. 20 plus years, man. Hey, shut. One of my nicknames was It. They used to call me It, like the little clown, but it wasn't because of the clown. It stood for intelligent thug. One of the OGs was like, "This the most intelligent thug I ever knew. He gonna teach you algebra while he kicking your ass." Like what? It's like, yeah, you just look like you could teach somebody algebra. Like, why you kicking their ass? Like, so, and it stuck. Everybody called me It. There you go. There you go. There it go. Like, shut up. Yeah, those were the good old days. Back in the day, hey man, like I don't like every place is different, right? Where you grow up at, but it's like I don't know. It's like my whole hood changed in a matter of like 2 years. Not even really that. It went from one thing to another thing, and it was like a snap of a finger. It's like you wake up like, hold on, man, it wasn't even this bad just a year ago. Hold on, what went on? But that's how times change. See, everything changed, and if you don't change with it, yeah, yeah, they call me It, man. I had a whole bunch of names. Like if anybody was ever looking for me, it depends what region I interacted with them at. Because every place I went, somebody called me something different. Like I went Southwest, they gonna tell you what they called me in Southwest. Negro Diablo. They called me the Black Devil. That's because I broke this dude jaw. I broke his jaw. Yeah, man. Yeah, hooding and you. Yeah, PIA. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I got into a little scuffle. Well, see, this is the thing. I didn't know at the time, like for my homeboys, not like my family, because I used to hang out with my family and then I hang out with my homeboys. Like for my homeboys, I was like an enforcer. It was like I was their big bad friend. So they used to get me into stuff. And one day, um, we was riding through Southwest, and next thing you heard was toot, 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 toot. My car got hit 3 times. I'm like, oh, you're trying to get out of there, right? So get out of there, hit the service drive, pulled up at the gas station, and I'm looking at my car, like my car got hit 3 times. And my boy was like, oh, I know who did that, blah, 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 blah. Now, like Rilla's story earlier, right? Where we were going to meet up with some chicks, right? He giving me directions. This is before, cell phones and GPS and all that. So he telling me where to go, right? I didn't even know I was in Southwest, So the girls we was going to see, the house we rode by was the boyfriend. He wanted to ride by the boyfriend house to show him like we going through or whatever. So when he told me who it was, I'm like, all right, we cool, because it hit my back fender. And like my step pops was he was a mechanic, so like body work and stuff like where it got hit at, it wasn't really nothing. I didn't even need to patch it. It just threw some Bondo on it, covered the hole. I had a Delta 88. It was a big body, so it was all metal. So Bondo, yeah, it was 3 holes in the rear, so it wasn't nothing bad. Didn't hit nothing. Everything good. So anyway, so we go meet with the chicks. He telling them what happened, and they get to arguing. I don't really know what the argument about, but old boy and them pull up. So when they pull up, my man walked up. He started reaching. I hit him with an elbow. I just started beating the crap out of him. His boys looked at me, and I was like, "Get him to the hospital before he passed. I mean, before he, before he expired." They picked him up and took him to the hospital, and we dipped. I don't know if he was trying to. But when I seen that boy, I turned red. I'm like, "You shot my car." I hit him with an elbow as soon as he hit the ground. And when I grew up doing Muay Thai, so like when I say I don't know, it's just like a common person. I guess they looking for that punch. Nah, I ain't punching you. I'm gonna crack you with this elbow. You will go to sleep. We'll talk about it tomorrow. That's how I always looked at it. I tried to crack people's skull. Like no one else. Like yeah. Yeah, back in the day, yeah, I ain't. And you know what? It wasn't. I was never like a gang banger, like gang bang. I never claimed that. It was just I did a lot of stupid things, a lot of impulsive things. I like when I was younger. I ain't gonna lie to you. I had a death wish. When you just young and it's not even the fact you feel invincible. It's more the fact like it's gonna happen. Somebody gonna take you out. So you just go. I ain't gonna say live la vida loca. You live fearlessly. You just know it can happen. You watch so many of your friends get taken out. You just know it's possible. And it's like, what's the point of being scared? What's the point of caring? Like it's gonna happen one day. I might as well, just I guess live free. That's what I was thinking at the time. That's the only thing I can do is tell you how I was thinking. It was like, why care? It's like it's gonna happen. It's happening all around you. I buried 17 people before I graduated, man. So you just look at it like, hey, that's just how you looking at it. That's why I don't be judging them young boys in the street that don't know how to get out. If you can't show them a way, to let them be. Just don't get in their way.
Right, and chips $4. So
Mm-hmm. All right, PIA,
what's up,
we appreciate you,
PIA?
sir.
Relationship. Good night. Thank you for stopping by. Shout out to everybody I missed while I was letting my phone do what it do. But shout out to everybody. Mm-mm-mm. I'm gonna cancel my live tonight, man. I've been up too long. I'm tired, sleepy.
Free NBA young boy. I didn't even
Oh,
know he was locked up.
right.
I don't be
Like
knowing
I'm
them
looking like
stars,
when
man.
did he even get?
I
I
don't
don't
be.
even think he is.
I don't keep up
I
with that. I had to ask, one of y'all. I
I don't
can't.
think he is locked up unless
I
I'm.
haven't. I've never listened to a whole. I only heard his music on YouTube Shorts. I never listened to a whole NBA YoungBoy song. I don't think I can.
Right. I
I don't
can't
like
listen
that.
to the new
Yeah,
rap.
I don't. That's not my style of music.
I couldn't listen to the old rap. I sure can't listen to the new rap.
Yeah, I can't do it. I can't listen to all that. I can listen to the old if it got essence in it, if it's storytelling or something like that. You know who song what's his name? He crazy as hell. That Chopper dude, what's his name? NLE Chopper or something like that. I never
Oh
listened to one of
yeah,
his
yeah, I
whole
know.
songs too, but I heard some tight verses he spit. I never listened to his
Mm-hmm.
whole song too. I never listened to Kevin Gates.
Oh no,
He made a couple comments and did a couple things, and I'm like, I don't know, bro. I don't even be playing like that.
right.
Like, no,
Right.
I'm not even about to play with you like that, bro.
I think I
No,
know. I think I know what you're talking about.
I don't know. Some stuff just weird, man. It's like, man, it's just certain things. It's like, I don't, for me, but I live by my own code and my own rules, my own laws. So, um, I'm not interested. I ain't judging. I don't care what you do with your life or how you doing it, but I'm just not interested in what you have to offer. I mean, he made a couple tight lines I like, but I don't know. I can't. Nah, I'm good. That's like when BG came out swinging his hair. I'm like, nah, I'm straight. And then, a lot of these people come from that era of, like, man, you wasn't really doing that. You get all these people hyped up doing all this reckless stuff. And you ain't really living like that. And if you was, why you ain't live? You can't be living like that. You getting money.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just think a lot of that storytelling is the problem. Because people try to live up to that. I know I did when I was young. Don't tell me I wasn't DMX or Method Man. I ain't even from New York. I just had heard of X. I just felt like DMX.
Mm-hmm.
I just had that attitude. That's that spirit, man. That music puts spirits on you. Nate said, "Anti baby."
Hey Nate, sorry I missed you.
Yeah, but think about even that, right? If you listen to something or you watch something and it influences you to do something, is that not putting the spirit on you? Would you have did it if you never listened to it or watched it?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. Like you can explain that, or you try to explain it from a spiritual aspect. People would be like, "Oh, you into that?" But like, nah. If it influences you, what do you think a spirit does? It influences you. So if you just break it down from that aspect, maybe you reach different people. But there's a spirit on you. It's on your back. It's riding. It's riding.
Mm-hmm.
Music is a big influence. These games is a big influence. These movies always been a big influence. They all affect you differently. Some short term, some long term. BDBGP, we was just talking about you, brother. Hey, y'all make sure y'all linked up with BDB. We gonna be over there tomorrow at 8 Eastern time. We having a face off, the man versus the lady.
And
D
the
Shep
ladies gonna
and
win, just to make
I
that clear.
voted for y'all too because I got D Shep on my team, so I voted for
Oh
y'all.
shit.
Period.
Well, damn.
Hey, but I'm still coming to win. But yeah, I already voted for y'all because I already know what's gonna happen. D Shep will be trying to answer for me because he gonna say I'm legally blind and I can't see the question. He gonna be making stuff up like, bro, I'm listening, right? Yeah, yeah. So definitely check out BDB. We're gonna be over there. We appreciate you for opening your house for the nine, brother. We greatly appreciate it. We will come up. We'll show up. We will show out. We're gonna have some fun tomorrow. So definitely be over there. Y'all know I'm gonna act. I'm gonna have some fun. I get to smash Anti and Tay.
Oh, bro, I'm probably about to eat, man. I'm tired.
Yeah, I'm about to go to sleep too. Yeah, I'm about to go to
And Tay
sleep
done
tonight.
took. Tay ought to be able to take over the show. She done been asleep for the past 45 minutes.
I thought I heard her come back in.
Right, she just came back in and laughing. Went back
That was that,
talking in her sleep. Boy, she ride for the nine. That's what I'm telling you.
that was that was one of them last ditch efforts.
Thank you, 755. Have a good night.
Appreciate you, 755.
ABDB.
Beard Harvey is back, y'all. Yeah, we will have some fun tomorrow. We will be over there rocking and rolling, uh, doing it like we do. We will be over there. We appreciate the brother for opening this house. My headphones just literally fell off my head. I don't know how, but they did. I caught them and everything in mid sentence. But yeah, so we gonna be over there rocking out on brother page tomorrow. So y'all come show them some love. You can look in the community tab, make sure y'all vote. And then hit that button, make sure that bell is on so when we go live, we can get live with y'all. But yeah, I don't know what we was talking about, but um
No, I was just telling you, I'm probably about to hop down and go get ready for bed.
all right, sis, I appreciate you.
All right, Mr. Big Nine. Bye, Tay.
Later, Anti.
Oh, she woke y'all. I can't talk, man. Oh man. But I didn't say nothing. That was all anti, by the way. Don't hit rewind. Just take my word for it. But yeah, so we will be over there rocking and rolling tomorrow. I just wanted to tap in on this because this is what we do. Um, we critically think, we analyze, we break things down, and we go take the problem from the situation. We ain't no one size fit all when it comes to working on things. Even like when I hear people, the only thing you can do is really give people a template, right? And they can utilize that until they see something different. But different people's conditions and circumstances, it's always gonna be different, and people be trying to take things created 6,000 7,000 years ago, try to make it work now, and it don't work because the times is different. You have to evolve the information, even you have to bring it up to date. People don't even do that. So I don't know. It's just, I guess, the way people process information. Just the way people process. I just think it's lazy to compartmentalize everything and put it in a box and just say this is that, that is this is that. That's just a template. I think that's one of the first problems we have in society. We put everyone in a box. He's about to say something, sir? Tay?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
I say he's about to say something.
Uh-uh.
Oh, I thought I heard the mic come on.
No, I was
But
listening to you.
yeah, but I just think everybody put things in a box. And then when something looks similar but don't belong in that box, it's hard to see and notice it because you go try to put it in there because it got other qualities, similar expectations. This is all the things I had to learn. Like everything, just judge not even judge, but analyze everything on an individual basis. And that takes work. Oh yeah, we're gonna enjoy it. We're gonna have a blast, man. We're gonna have fun. Wait, almost said something petty. I will hold my pettiness for tomorrow. uh, but yeah, so yeah, we're gonna be over there rocking out. But yeah, just don't put things in boxes. Look at things for what they is, even if they look similar to something else. Take the time to analyze it. You can extract different information from it. And that way, you don't have to go through the same things over and over and over and over. Oh, I have to keep going through this stuff. Learn from it the first time. You can identify it, rectify it, keep it moving. Rilla said it earlier, I think. Humans, we complicate things. I always say we make things more difficult. Life is complex, right? Hey, y'all gotta rock with me for a second, right? This gonna sound weird, right? But I'm gonna show you why it's not good to have common perception. It's not good to have a collective perception. You need to be able to see things and think for yourself, right? Life is very complex, but complexity does not mean difficulty. The reason life is complex because it's a building block. It's like you build yourself up to you build yourself up to the levels. So yeah, it's complex, but we make it harder by trying to simplify it instead of just completing the task. That's like, think about this. If you real smart and you go from 6th grade to 12th grade, right? And you don't know the information. If you know the information, then it's different. But if you don't know the information, you just put yourself at a disadvantage. You accelerate it to a level that you wasn't prepared to execute. So how can you be effective or efficient in it? So it's good to build yourself up to learn multiple things and to understand that you can't learn everything. So you have to use other people's perspectives, but you just utilize it, you analyze it, you don't hold it as gospel. People will tell you something and you'll say it's gospel, and then you go repeating that gospel and find out it's not true. That's what happened to a lot of Christians, right? About a lot of things. They tell you something like this Jehovah. This ain't funny, but this Jehovah Witness, and it's not a Christian either. But this Jehovah Witness lady came to my porch. Blue Lotus, what up, though? And we began. She was telling me she go send somebody over to teach me the Watchtower, and I'm like, well, what book are y'all reading out of? And she was like, the New Translated Testament or something like that. And I said, they got the what text are they drew from? Is it drew from the Masoretic text or the Saitic text? And she looked at me. I said, well, what language was this first translated from? Was it Greek or Hebrew? She looked at me. And I said, how is somebody going to teach me something when y'all don't even know where the doctrine came from? I'm asking you because if you come teach me something out this book that's translated, I probably got a book that you ain't seen that we can rock from. We can talk about this. You like, even anything for me, right? This was my own personal journey, right? I'm just giving you, I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's left. I'm just telling you my own personal journey. It was once I understood the concept of belief, right? I needed to know. Like, I'm like, when I broke down, I'm sitting there. I was having a conversation with my theology professor, and she was asking me, what did I believe? Did I believe in God? And I said, yeah. So she said, so you willing to accept things that you can't prove in life? And I was like, no, I need facts. She said, so if you believe in God, why you don't believe in anything else? Like, why you don't? And it made sense. Like, that told me what the missing link for me was, that I was believing I needed to know God. Like, believing wasn't good enough for me, so I had to go know God. And I started practicing everything I could practice. Anything I can practice, man. I don't pay some money to practice religion. Oh man, I paid some money to practice religion. Yes, I did, but I learned from it, and the stuff that I learned, um, it helped develop me to who I am now. So there's no regrets. There's no regrets, and it helped me give me the insight. You know, everyone got their own path, and they traveling at their own pace. And if I'm paying attention to what they doing, then I'm neglecting myself. So that's what made me focus on me. And after practicing it, you see the benefits, right? You see the benefits, and it's nothing selfish, you know. But when you truly focus on you, you don't even have a need to feel like you have to judge someone else. You know, you just understand what exists, you know, and because at any point a person can change for the good or the bad. At any point, something can happen and it can spark it right away, or it might happen gradually. It can happen instantly, or a person wake up like, you know what, I don't want to live like this no more. I'm changing my life. Or it can happen gradually, and a person don't even realize they changed, and they did. I've been saying it happened many ways, but it's possible. So I just let people grow in either direction. If it's up or down, it's on them. All I can do is give you some seeds to plant. Blue Lotus in the house. What? Y'all better go over there and get them motivational, inspirational clips from Lotus. Lotus be putting it down. And she a crafter. You're getting double whammies over there. You're learning how to create stuff and you're getting some motivation. But life is the best teacher. It's You just have to be a willing student, you know, in life. You know, because it's gonna give you the lessons. You just got to be willing to accept them and learn from them. And when I was younger, I didn't understand that. No one told me that, but I didn't become aware until I got older. And then I realized, like, I ain't the only person going through something. Like, you just look around like, damn, everybody going through something. I ain't the only one. And then you realize, like, this has been happening since the age of time. This is how people get forged. This is how people become the change in the world that's needed, because they be going through stuff. You know, adversity does a lot of things. It builds us, but it sparks stuff too. You know, a struggle has sparked this demonic. Explain. Let's engage in. Let's have a chat. What's demonic to you? What is your definition of demonic? What's your definition of demonic? I'm interested to hear people's perspective, because maybe you see something I don't know. No, people get bored. It's late night. People get bored. They want to talk. You know, a lot of people don't have people to talk to, so They come online and talk to people. You know, he just expressing he or she. I don't know if it's a male or female. Just expressing, their opinion. Even a thumbnail, you know, people with hoods on. I don't understand why people half of the population wear hoodies. Right? this is this is the thing. Like so people are so even explaining that right because it's demonic because all the movies you've seen with people wearing hoods they was doing something. So you telling me your explanation of demonic is from a movie or from what movie? So you never researched why those people wear hoods, who those hooded people were, because movies kind of exaggerate things and they have storylines and perspectives. They're narrating. They tell them a story, so they go tell it the way they wrote it. So if they want something to be bad, that's how. I'm not gonna say that's how history is, but a lot of it is. History is written by the winners of the war. The losers don't write history. The winners write it, right? So it's their narrative. So even people wearing hoods, but people wear hoods all day, every day. But it's demonic. That's what people. That's why I be laughing. Like, there's no creativity. There's no critical thinking. There's a lot of things lacking in society. People just say what they want without analyzing if what they have to say is beneficial. They just say it, and it's like, well, I got the right. I got this, and that's how you use it to say stupid stuff. You got the right to say anything you want. And the way you use it is by saying stupid things. Okay. Well, that says a lot about you. That's how I look at people. That's why I don't even mind people. I just understand. I say this. Ignorance, some people just born to be ignorant. I'm just being real. We all born for different purposes. And we have to have that example of ignorance so we can appreciate the people who are not ignorant. Right? The more think about that, when you see all this ignorance in the world and you get around people who not like that, it's very refreshing, and you tend to appreciate that more because you know what else is out there. So these examples are needed. Examples are needed. Yeah. Just even for you to look at something and judge it. We was just talking about judging. You prejudge, not even knowing me or um, the intention behind the thumbnail. You just judged it. That's prejudice. So we understand the character or nature of the person. Like this app, people think it don't tell about your personality, but I think it do. I say it tell you more about a person because all the stuff they be hiding, they can do it on here. All the stuff that you hide, you can do it on here freely. So I think sometimes, I ain't gonna say all the time, sometimes it shows a person's natural character. You see how a person naturally is when they ain't afraid to lose their job or, you know, judgment being judged around, from the people around them. I heard people say, well, if my daddy knew I was doing this, he'd be mad. I'm like, what? Like, okay, look, we all embarrass our parents or something sometimes, but like, you grown as hell. You on here doing stuff you wouldn't do in front of your daddy. That's a question in itself. Like, this behavior you're displaying on here, you wouldn't do this around your people, so you fake, right? I don't know. I'm asking, is that fake? Like, which one is the real one? The one you around your people or the one you on the internet? Oh, the one around your people, that's the real you. So when you come on here, you're acting, you fake. So we don't know you, so why are we watching? Oh, to be entertained. Well, say that. Don't act like you real. You know, just say you entertain it. You you putting a clown nose on and some face paint and some big shoes. Just tell us you entertain it. I kind of figured it was a projection, Commander. You know what I like to tell people, Commander? Your opinion is only valuable if it's asked for. That's the only time an opinion is actually valuable. So I try to save mine until they request it, especially when it's about other people. I just save it. Sometimes, I mean, your opinion can be valid, just not needed. I heard somebody say that, man. I almost pissed my pants. You have a very valid opinion. It's just not needed. I was like, damn. Oh, man. You have a very valid opinion. It's just not needed. Can you imagine I couldn't imagine how I feel if somebody said that to me. You have a very valid opinion. It's just not needed. But that's the people, I don't know. I mean, there's so many variables even involved in that. But I used to wonder, like, I used to hear people like, well, I got an opinion too. I want my voice to be heard. And I'm like, damn, you ain't got nobody at home to talk to? Like, you can come on the internet and force people to listen to you? Like, that shit, wow. I got an opinion about it too. So like, so what? So what if you get an opinion? I don't know. I just never understood. Like, I don't even be wanting to tell people what I'm thinking half of the time. Everybody on here just I'll be like, ain't got nobody to talk to. I'm a certified life coach. Give me a call. I'll let you vent. $25 for 30 minutes. You can say whatever you want, how long ever you want. For 30 minutes. I'll listen to you. I won't judge you. Yeah, ignorance is real, but it's needed. So that's why I don't be minding it. I expect it, you know. But you'll get it from unexpected characters sometimes, and you're like, oh wow, really? Okay. But you never really know someone until they show you. Um, until they show you. That's the only time you get to know people is when they decide to show you. But other than that, and I understand that. Like, people don't want to be vulnerable because they don't want to get hurt, you know. But if you're afraid to get hurt, that's when you usually get hurt. You end up hurting yourself. You know, things gonna happen. You know, just I always look at it like uh, just minimize the consequences because I'm not gonna be afraid to interact with people. I'm not gonna be afraid because some things didn't go right in my life. Some things went left. I ain't gonna be afraid. You know, it's just not for everybody. You know, the people who are worthy will always show themselves. Hey, you gotta look at yourself like a big deal too. You gotta take, man. Look, I don't care where you at in life. When you start working on yourself, you gotta be a big deal to yourself. You gotta care about yourself. You gotta love yourself, and you gotta care about yourself and love yourself. Not to take other people's bullshit. No matter where you came from in life, no matter where you're going, you ain't gotta take nobody BS, man. You ain't gotta take it from nobody. Because if you take it, then it's yours. That's just what it is. If you take it, then it's yours. You can't be mad at them for giving it to you if you accepted it. So if you accept it, learn from it. Learn not to accept something you don't want. You don't have to. Like people, I tell people this. It's some real cool people that ain't cool for me, but that don't mean they ain't cool for other people, right? But if they not cool for me, ain't nobody about to make me like nobody. Look, I love everybody, but at the end of the day, I know everybody ain't right for me. So if a person ain't right for me and ain't right for you, I used to have to tell my homeboys that. They be like, "Oh man, I learned it the hard way. Look, this is how I learned it. What I'm telling you, I'm gonna tell you a story. I think I told the story, but I'm gonna tell you how I learned it. You know, I was hustling and uh, I had some flowers, right? I was growing some flowers in my basement. And you know, when you get something and it's dope and you want to brag, you want to brag a little bit. So I told my boy to come over, we go chill, watch the game. I want to show him something. So when he came over, he had his cousin with him. And I'm not thinking nothing. This is my boy, this is his cousin. I'm like, he wouldn't, do nothing shady. My boy wouldn't. I grew up with him, right? So we kicking it, had a good time. They chilled for like 3-4 hours, watched the game, played the game. We was just chilling. And the next day I went to go get the girl I was dating. I went to go get her a new coat and her daughter a coat. So we was gone for maybe an hour. Came back, man, my house ran through. All my stuff took it. I'm like, man, what the hell going on? Everything going through my head. Come to find out, it was my boy cousin. My boy cousin came through. And I'm looking at my boy like, I'll get everything back. I'll get it. No, man. I can't even. And one of my OGs was saying, look, you can't be mad at him. He didn't know. Like, look, he don't know. Man, you just think everything. So, but he told me this. He said, look, man, this is just a game. He said, this is just a game. Just because the people right for him don't make them right for you. Remember that. Just because you and him boys don't mean his boys is your boys. He said, that's just a game. And that's just life. Papa Will, what up, though? In so many words. Yeah, that's just the game, man. It's just because somebody cool with somebody else don't mean they gonna be cool. You can't mix oil and water. Some people personalities just don't mix. And they can be both good people and their personalities just don't mix. That's just how life is. You just have to learn to accept it. Everybody ain't for everybody. And that don't make people bad. That don't make the other person good. That's why I don't be trying to I don't be trying to disturb nobody, I guess, because just because a person ain't for me don't mean they ain't gonna be for anybody else. That's how I look at it. Like that's why I don't try to disturb. Like, if I don't like pasta, I ain't about to go on no tour about how pasta tastes nasty. I'm straight. It's just not for me. I love pasta, by the way. I was just throwing that out there. But that's how it be. When people have a disgust or a disdain for something, they be needing validation. They need other people to not like something too. They be needing that instead of just accepting this is your reality. You don't like it. Why do you need validation not to like something if you don't like it? That's weird to me. That'd be weird because I don't like this. I don't want nobody else to like it. Like that's weird. We need to get this banned. Why don't you just stop? You don't use it. Leave everybody else alone. Maybe other people like it. You just don't do it. Problem solved. Let's go to the next one. But that, man, I'm telling you, like I be hearing, do you know why? Like when people be like, oh, we need to protest. I'll be like, what is that for? You just gonna make people money. When you protest, you be making people money. Man, I'm straight. You got to boycott. That's how you hit people pockets. All right. If you don't like the way something is, just stop using it. If enough people do it, things will change. That's just how things work. When you evolve finances, people tend to wake the hell up. Like something's wrong. We got to get back on track. When money becomes involved, you want to make change, hit them pockets. Pop in there talking to Nightbot, having conversations with Nightbot. I'm gonna be using something else soon too. It's something I'm gonna try out. I've seen it somewhere else, and I wanna try it out now. I've seen it for a while, but yeah, we're gonna try some other stuff out over there. But yeah, I didn't want to keep y'all too long. I just wanted to come back and rap about that, man. I just wanted to talk about, solution seekers. Like it ain't easy. It ain't fun sometimes, but it's necessary. So, and I enjoy doing it. You gotta have a passion for that. There be people trying to solve problems and create new ones. Y'all ever had that friend that always had the solution, but never took their own advice? I was just laughing because I'm thinking of someone like an old friend of mine. Oh man. When you're young, you be thinking people so smart. Until you get older, you be like, man, that motherfucker ain't know what he was talking about. When you're young, you think they smart because they older than you. But then you realize, like, oh no, dude was way off all the time, giving dating advice. Never had a girlfriend. Who never can keep one. Never brought a girl around, but always want to give you advice. Yeah, know it all. Hmm. I had a couple people in my life like that. You sit back and think. Like Confucius got a great quote, right? And this quote changed my life. I promise you it did. But the quote goes like this: many people give advice in barrels, but they only accept it in droplets. I was sitting there thinking one day, like, that's some real, like, people always want to tell you how to fix problems, but you can never, but they don't accept. But even reverse it just to the single person. People will give advice, but you don't see them practicing what they preaching. What's that old saying? Do as I say, not as I do. People will know the right thing to say, but they never do it. I try not to be like that. No, I try to take my own advice all the time. But you have to be aware because things like when you ain't in the situation, and we talking about problem solving, when you ain't in the situation and you've never been in that situation, I always tell people fall back, man. If you don't have no experience, don't talk to nobody. That's like just hearing people who never lived in the hood trying to solve hood problems. Well, just do this. Just like you don't understand. Everything that you say comes with consequences that you're not even aware of, that you can't even imagine half of the time. It's easy to say call the cops when that's happened, but if you ain't never been in a situation where somebody did the right thing and they lost their life, then you don't know how that feels. You just don't. I mean, it's easy to say. There's a lot of things we should be doing, which is the right thing. But if you enjoy living, a lot of times doing the right thing ain't gonna keep you alive. That's just the way the world is. And if you never experienced it, you won't understand it. It's easy to say things and have to live with the consequences, is the point I'm trying to make. But let me get my butt off here, man. But y'all know what I always say, care about how you feel. These are conversations to build nations. And do me a favor, make sure you hit that like button. And if I said anything to resonate with you, do me a favor, hit that share button, tell somebody, help me spread the word. Hey, tomorrow we coming back with controlling behavior. You know, we talked about manipulation. I want to get behind the mindset of a manipulator, right? We talked about the tactics they use. We identified how it looks, but we got to understand why they do what they do, you know, because if you can understand that, you can spot it a lot easier, right? Understanding the mindset. So we're going to talk about that tomorrow. And then I'm going to talk about emotional addiction probably Friday. Either Thursday or Friday. I'm going to talk about emotional addiction. That's going to be a show. Like, I got to do a presentation on that. So that's going to be a show. I'm thinking about doing a presentation on controlling behavior. I might have to pull some slides up, but we'll definitely get into that information. So we got some shows coming up. Then, you know, we're going to have some fun while we're doing it. But shout out to the Raptors. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Appreciate y'all. Good night, Nine. Big Nine out.
You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain. Pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane. Pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test and expect nothing less, your check is I'm chess, what's happening next, yeah. He got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second. This life is a lesson, he got a new engine from pain, that's a blessing. New focus, no guessing, just hold an obsession. All in his possession, you got their attention. I'll leave an impression and take a redemption. Just kill no discretion, your mind is a weapon. 11-11, it's time for progression, You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, heard it easy.